Okay, can the people online hear me? Inshallah. Can the people online hear me?
Yes.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me now? Okay, good. Alhamdulillah. We're going to start, inshallah. Bismillah. And let me get to that one. Yeah, it's still there. It's not, I don't know what is this about. Please move this window away from the shared application. I'm trying to move that window again. All right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, my name is Sister Ruba, and I am originally from Jordan. I was born in Denmark. I come from a Christian background, and I became Muslim about 18 years ago. Fadlillah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I studied Islam, and I have a bachelor degree in Islamic studies. And I also finished my degree in 3D modeling and animation for games, and I work for Apple right now. So alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. So nice meeting you guys. If you have any question, you can raise your hand. And this is like an interactive kind of like lecture. So I know that guys, it's like back to back to back to back. And we're like having some kind of overlap with the timing. But inshallah, I'll try to be very short. So I won't be so boring for you. Okay, inshallah. So today we're going to be talking about being proud versus and being humble in Islam. And before I start my lecture, I'm going to show you some pictures, and I want you to tell me if you know who are these people. And please raise your hand. Don't be just talking over each other, okay? So the first one, I don't know why is this orange thing is showing. It's not supposed to be showing. Okay, who do you know who those are? BTS, right? Yeah. And what do they do? Video music, right? Let me ask you something, and I want you to be very honest about it. Are you proud of them? Honestly. No? Why? You don't like BTS? I'm sure you have other people to like. Okay, so do you know who they are? Who's that? Muhammad Salah. Who's Muhammad Salah? He's what? Yes, that's right. Are you proud of him? No? It's okay. There is no good or bad answer on this one. Okay, so let me ask you. Okay. You want to see the next picture? You want to see the next picture? Inshallah. Okay. All right. Do you know who is this? Who's that? You said it. That's right. Okay. What does he do? He's a sheikh, right? What does he do as a sheikh? MashaAllah. And he does a lot of nice lectures, right? Very, very motivational. Are you proud of him? Alhamdulillah. Okay. Do you know who is she? Unfortunately, a lot of people know men sheikhs, but they don't know women sheikhs. Of course, a woman cannot be like an imam sheikh, but she can be also a teacher. Do you know who she is? Okay, her name is Sheikha Dr. Tamara Gray, and she is also a revert. She's American, and she founded a university for sisters. It's called Rabata Islamic University. Are you proud of her? Okay, good. All right. So now, what are you really proud of as a person? Each person has something to be proud of and to be happy to have or obtain in their life. What is the thing that you are proud of? Please raise your hand. I'm going to start calling people if you don't say anything. Yes. Where are you from? Very good. Yes, I'm proud to be Palestinian, for example, Jordanian. Very good. Well, who else? What are you proud of? grades? Yeah, good. You have good grades, mashallah. Very great. Okay, yes. Your religion, very good. Yes. What? I didn't hear you. Learning, very good. Yes, having education, mashallah. Proud of myself. Yes, yes. I can't hear you. From Gaza, Allahu Akbar, mashallah, from Gaza. And how are your family over there? Alhamdulillah, may Allah protect them. I mean, ya Rab. Yeah, we make dua for them. Also, yes. What are you proud of, brother? Of your Muslim brothers, mashallah. Very good to be proud of. Okay, so our priority is supposed to be proud of being a Muslim. Being a Muslim. How many people? Okay, tell me, anybody here named Mo? Mo? Anyone? Okay, anybody named Muhammad? All right, here we go. So you don't call your name Mo? Okay. Anybody called Alex here? Alex? Ali? Ali? Okay, anybody know him? Sophia over here? Sophia? Sophia? Sophia, not Sophia. Sophia. Okay, no, it's not the same thing. Okay, Sophia, all right. Anybody named Zachariah? Zach? No? Okay, Zachariah. You should be proud of your name as a Muslim. Muhammad, Umar, Safiya, Khadija, Hafsa. All these are Islamic names. You should be proud of them and in front of other people to say your name as a Muslim name. I see a lot of people because I work in a secular, you know what secular means? Secular place. It means like they're not religious and they don't want to involve themselves or show themselves as they are religious. So they kind of like, conceal that. So I've seen a lot of Muslims that they are actually Muslims, but they don't like to say Muslims. They don't like to show people that when it's lunchtime that they go and pray. They don't like that. Although this is actually not good in Islam. As long as this country give us all the freedom to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and do whatever we want, we're supposed to be showing ourselves. We're supposed to be proud of who we are in front of other people who are not Muslims. All right. So why are you proud to be a Muslim? Why? Why are you proud to be a Muslim? Because I said so. Because I was born this way. Anybody has a better answer than this? Huh? Come on, guys. It's okay. There's no wrong answer on this one. There's no wrong answer. Why are you proud to be a Muslim? Why are you proud to be a Muslim? Yeah. What's your name? Zain. Why are you proud to be a Muslim, Zain? Important lessons. That's correct. Very good. Can you refine this answer? Islam teaches us how to deal with other people, whether Muslims, non-Muslims, to deal with our parents, show us manners, morals, right? Best manners and morals are Muslims, Islamic morals, right? SubhanAllah. Very good answers. All right, so I hate this. I don't like this thing over here. Okay. So to be a proud Muslim means, first is that because you worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and everything comes from Allah is good. There is nothing bad comes from Allah. Yes, we have wars in the world. We have hurricanes that can demolish houses and can destroy and can kill people. We have a lot of bad things happen in this world, or what we call it bad, but there is always something good, or good, and a good outcome comes from it. Everything comes from Allah is good. The other thing is, I am proud Muslim because I follow my beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He showed me the best way on how to apply Quran in my world, in my life. Now, I know that Quran sometimes is not very understandable. Like when we read the Quran, you don't understand every single word in it, right? But the best way to have the interpretation of the Quran is to see how the Prophet ﷺ lived that Quran and how was it. So that's why we follow our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, because he showed us the best manners and morals. I am proud because I follow the religion of Islam. And the religion of Islam did not leave anything in this life, in this world, but gave a ruling of it halal and haram. Right? In Islam, there are good halal things and haram things. And most of the time, there is a reason why it is haram. For example, we don't eat pork because pork is unhealthy, right? We don't drink alcohol because nowadays we have statistics that most of the accidents that happen in the street because of drunken driving, right? Drinking and driving. I am proud as a Muslim because Islam dignify me. People respect me as a Muslim. Yes, there are some Islamophobes. Those who have no manners, no morals at all, and they say bad things, and not only just about Islam, but about any other religion, basically, right? But I don't have to lower myself to them because Islam dignifies me. I am proud to be a Muslim because I avoid sins. Allah helps me when I'm a Muslim, it helps me to avoid sins. You know, when I used to be a Christian, they tell you, oh, there is nothing called sins. You can do whatever you want, but do it moderately. That's what they tell us. Or do it like because whatever the culture says. If the culture say it's okay not to wear hijab and wear shorts and tank, it's okay. It's okay. But Islam has lines. It has the ruling for it. What is halal and what is haram. What is right and what is wrong. So it helps me to avoid sins. Makes me avoid bad things. So the consequence of being proud are, first, that it higher my status. People respect me more. I used to work, right now I'm working like from home, remote online. But when I used to work in a company, people respect me when when I put a sign that this is a prayer time for me, people don't go into my office. They respect me. Okay. Also, happy conscious, because I know what is right and what is wrong, and I start doing the right thing. So I am happier in my life. I'm happier in my life. And also free of suffering and pain. So when someone makes a mistake, you feel bad about it, right? When someone does like hurt somebody else, you feel bad about it, even if it's unintentional. They're like, you didn't mean to do that. Or like, even if you meant to do it, after there's a consequence. So that's why to be a Muslim and to live Islam in your life, it takes that pain away from your life. Umar ibn al-Khattab, rahimahullah, he said, نحن قوم أعزنا الله بالإسلام. We are people who Allah has honored with Islam. If we take that Islam from our life, Allah will humiliate us. So what really make us to be in that higher status, that strength, that pride is to be a Muslim. Now, can you tell me what is the synonym negative word of being proud? Being arrogant. Ahsanti. Very good. Yes. Being arrogant. Can you tell me some examples of being arrogant? Yeah. Thinking only about myself, right? Yeah. Very good. What else? How a person can show that they're arrogant? Seeing myself that I'm Arab and I'm better than anybody else, right? That's how I am arrogant. That's called racism, right? Someone is white and he thinks that everybody else are not good and only white people are good. Astaghfirullah. Or even like as a Muslim, because I'm a Muslim, so Christians are bad. That's not true. There are so many good Christians, but yeah, the religion is bad, the teachings is bad, but as a person, it could be a good person. We ask Allah for their hidayah. We ask Allah for their guidance, right? So some of the examples that can actually makes a person to be proud and like not proud, I mean like arrogant, is first of all following non-Muslims friends as role model. So now you're still young, but when you grow up and you start going to college, you see that you see some guys, they like to go to nightclubs, for example, and meet with girls, or girls like to meet with guys. All of these are haram. But hey, my friends are doing it. Why should I do? I need to fit in. I want to be accepted within that circle. So I start doing like them. I'm not supposed to do that. Or in school, for example, they say bad words or something like that. So I'm going to start saying bad words like them because I want to be fit in. So people would like tap on my shoulder and say, hey, good job. We're not supposed to do that, right? Yeah. Some people are so arrogant about their father's achievement. And because their father, for example, they worked so hard in this country to become in a decent, let's say, financial situation. So, oh, okay, so that they become so arrogant about it. I'm rich, other people are not. Some people are so proud with arrogance about their tribe, One time, two people, they were fighting with each other in front of the Prophet ﷺ, and he heard them fight, and he said, what are you fighting about? So one person, he said, I am a better tribe than the other person. I am from the people of Mecca. And the other person, he says, no, I am better because I'm from Al-Ansar, I'm from Medina. So the Prophet ﷺ, he said, "Utrukuha fa innaha muntina." Leave it. This is a stinky thing to talk about. It's like it sucks, basically, like when we say in America, right? It's not good to talk about that I am better tribe than you, or my family is better than you. Okay, yes, alhamdulillah, we are proud to be Palestinians, Jordanian, Egyptian, Arab, non-Arabs, whatever we are from, right? But we're not supposed to be seeing us as we are better than others. This is where it becomes arrogance. Okay, when someone give you an advice, some people, they take it offensively. They say, how could you talk to me like that? Or they get angry, right? We're not supposed to get angry when someone gives us an advice. You say, thank you, I heard your advice and I respect it very much, and it's up to you if you want to follow it or not. But don't get arrogant and say no. So let's say a sister, she does not wear hijab, right? And her mother or her auntie comes to her, or somebody from a Muslim community, they tell her, you need to wear your hijab, sister, this is haram. And she say, I will wear it whenever I want to wear it. Don't do that. The best thing to say jazakallah khair, sister, inshallah, may Allah guide us all, and ask Allah for guidance. Ask Allah for guidance. That right time will come, inshallah. Same thing with guys also. When a guy does not pray, and everybody goes to pray except him, he wants to play soccer or whatever, right? And a brother comes to him and he say, brother, come pray with us. Say, oh, I'll come later. I don't want to come right now. Don't do that. Be humble. Go to pray. Okay, and so on. So some people are so proud of the way that they appear, the way how they hold themselves, the clothes that they wear. Oh, I have a Nike shoes that it costs about $75-$80, for example. So you're like showing off in front of other friends that you have a good shoes or good shirt or clothes, Adidas, Nike, whatever it is, right? Gucci, purses, whatever it is, right? We're not supposed to be proud and being arrogant about our clothes and just like say, oh, look at her, how she's dressing like a ghetto. You're not supposed to do that. Okay, so those belongings, like the shoes, like the shirts, the purses, the things that they're expensive and we take so much care about them, or the phone, let's say I have an iPhone 15, whatever, we're not supposed to love them more than we love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, more than we love other people. Then it becomes like an idol in our hearts. So many people, they say, oh, well, idolatry is only for Hindus because they actually worship idols and they worship like statues. Idolatry is only for Christian, let's say Catholic, because they have icons and saints that they worship. Muslims have their own idols too, although it's not visible, but it's inside our heart. When someone likes himself more than he likes somebody else, when they like their belongings, their cars, their money, their shoes, their phone more than anybody, their friends more than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that becomes like an idol in your heart. And the best thing is to break that idol. Just like the Prophet ﷺ, when he came to Mecca, and what did he do around the Kaaba? He destroyed all the idols, right? And he cleaned all that place. We should clean our heart the same way. We have to ponder upon that, inshallah. Social status. Oh, my father is a board of director of Mass. My father is the Senate in the, let's say, in the White House, whatever it is. We're not supposed to be like this, all right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, those who take other people allies instead of the believers, do they seek with them honor and power? That's what they thought. They say, okay, I'm just going to have my other friends and I'm not going to be having any allies other than those friends because they're stronger, because they have the status, because they're a gang, they can protect me. But indeed, honor belongs to Allah entirely. So if we actually like have our priority in worshiping Allah and have the loyalty to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will raise us in our status. So there is being, what's the opposite of being proud? We're actually playing like English language right now. Huh? Being humble, mashallah. Being humble, that is so correct. Being humble. So can you give me examples of being humble? Yes. Ahsanti, mashallah. Basically everything that I said before, but it's the opposite, right? Yeah. What else? How do we become humble? Yeah. Taking somebody's else advice, very good. To be open-minded to listen to other people's advices and opinions, right? Not to say, oh, you don't understand. Inti ma btifhami. Shu fahmek inti. Like, we're not supposed to do like this, right? We're supposed to listen and say, okay, you know what? Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe we can combine ideas together and make and come up with something new. So the first thing is being humble is repenting to Allah. Some people, they make sins, but they are too shy to come to Allah and say, oh, Allah, I am sorry. Please forgive me. So repenting to Allah, it's okay to come to Allah and say, oh, Allah, I made some mistakes. Forgive me. Astaghfirullah. It's okay to come to Allah and ask for istighfar. Second, seeking forgiveness from other people. If I've done something wrong, it's okay to go to other people and say, hey, I made a mistake. Some people are so arrogant and they have this ego. They're like, no, now if I go and say sorry to her or to him, he's going to be like, he's going to see me like I'm a weak person. No. You know, when you actually become humble, that's actually a strength more than it is weakness. It is strength. It's not weakness. Also being lenient and gentle with other people. Yes, it's good to have advice, but also the way that we give that advice, we're supposed to be lenient. Instead of calling somebody doing something wrong, calling them in front of other people and embarrass them, you can take them on the side and say, sister, you've done this wrong in front of other people. You shouldn't say that, or you shouldn't do that. Or the same thing with the brother. Take him on the side and say, brother, that's like this. Oh, brother, what are you doing? What? You just did this and this is stupid. And no, we're not supposed to do that. Okay? Being in moderate in our appearance, not to look so over fancy and not to look over like, you know, poor, right? Because as a Muslim, we always have to look professional, look formal, look nice. Helping the ones in need. And this is the one that I'm going to be talking more about it. When someone asks for need, you should help. And I'm going to tell you something. I run a nonprofit organization called American Islamic Diversity. And what we do is we pack food for 590 people every month, at least 590. And the numbers are increasing rapidly, subhanAllah. Most of them are from Afghanistan, Syria, Somalia, Sudan, Burma, and other countries, not even from Egypt and Palestine. We also help those people. You know, not everybody are in good situation. Some people, they have been in this country for a long time, but then suddenly the father loses his job. He's laid off or something. So he cannot pay his rent or he cannot pay his bills. So this is where we step in our organization, and we help people in need. We have a food pantry that we do packing and delivery, and inshallah you will help us out. And we give also what do you call it, volunteer hours for you, because we are official, we are a non-profit organization. And we also have like gift wrapping in Eid. We have also like different activities that we do, like, bazaars and other things. Like we do affordable bazaars, because you go to a masjid, for example, they have a bazaar, the abaya is like $100 and $150 or $70, $80. Most people cannot afford that. So we try to get some donations to lower the prices of these like clothes, and let's say we sell the abaya for like 10 or 15 the most. Subhanallah. So we would like you to help us out, inshallah. And if you go down to our website, americanislamicdiversity.com, and you will see the things that we do, inshallah. And I'm going to show you some more of these examples. Feeding the hungry, be a listener. As I said, you need to be open-minded to listen to other people's opinions, and don't take credits for everything. Sometimes we do things and they say, oh, I did that, I feel so good about it, which is good. It's good to feel good that you're doing something good, but also don't take the credit and say, oh, I done everything right. Let's say me and the sister over here, Sister Sumaya and Sister Khadija and Sister Hafsa, we will help each other, right? Don't say I did it, right? You say we helped each other. We did that bifadlillah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So always put the fadl for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Jazakallah khair. Where have you been? You just missed half of the lecture. Subhanallah. Okay, let me start all over again. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right. So, Assalamu alaikum. Kifik. Yeah. Yeah. So we're not supposed to take credits for each other, and always anything that is done and achieved, always say bifadlillah, by the help of Allah. Bifadlillah. Can you sit down, brother? Jazakallah khair. Okay. So, can you tell me what is the synonym negative word of being humble? There is a synonym negative word of being humble. Just like we said, we have the word izza. Izza means being proud. And we have arrogant, which is kibr. That's a synonym word of izza, right? But we have a synonym word for tawadhu, which is being humble. And which is, can you tell me? No. No. Try again. No. 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 Who can tell me? Shame? You're very close. Shame. Ashamed. What is it? What is the word? There's a word in English for it. It starts with the letter H. With the H, not SH. H. No, that's in Arabic. In English. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Humiliated. Humiliated. Being humble or being humiliated. So humiliation is supposed to be shh. Humiliation is supposed to be only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When we humble ourselves to the limit of humiliation and crying and crawling and asking Allah, it's supposed to be only for Allah. It's not supposed to be for other people. For other people, yes, we can come and be humble, and we ask for forgiveness, and we ask somebody to, to let you in or do something with you good or something, but not to the limit that you will do anything for them, until they just like they kind of step on your head. You're not supposed to be like this. Okay? Humiliated. And I'm going to give you some examples of humiliation. One of them, when you turn yourself away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and a person start following other people, they're basically humiliating themselves. When a person starts, let's say, going away from Allah and start drinking alcohol or smoking, they're humiliating their body. I mean, look at me. I want you to look at me for a minute. When someone is smoking, he takes a cigarette. The first thing he does is like this. What did he do? What? He lowered his, thank you, he bowed. You humiliated yourself in front of a cigarette. Be careful. Be careful also with your body gestures and body language. You're not supposed to be doing the haram thing, because that's what really humiliates the body and the soul. Second, feeling defeated or oppressed. Can you tell me of a people group that right now they are being defeated and oppressed? People of Gaza. They're being humiliated by the Israeli. But in our religion, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wills it, Allah gives them victory. And not only that, that physical and worldly humiliation is nothing but a higher status for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inshallah. People pleaser instead of Allah. A person like to please other people all the time. I need to please my friends so I can fit in. Be careful of this. Being a follower of the trends and dunya. Oh, I have to buy a new pants or a new shirt every month, because every month we have a new trend. A new color comes out, a new hijab comes out, a new material comes out. So I have to get a phone every year, the best phones ever, so I can show off in front of other people. You're humiliating your money, you're humiliating your body, you're just humiliating yourself, really. Other people may say something different. They will say, well, those rich people get more respected. No, they don't. Because once they lose that money, everybody turn away from them, right? Accepting the sin that others do. Let's say a friend of mine, he's in school, and let's say he's a male and he decides he wants to be a female. You know what I'm talking about. So what I'm saying that is we're not supposed to be accepting their sin. We respect them as a human. That's their own decision. But again, we don't accept that. And we don't say, oh, it's okay, don't worry about it. I understand. Don't do that. Say, okay, that's your decision, and that's it. Be quiet about it. Unless if they ask you, what does Islam talk about? We say, this is haram. This is a sin. We talk about it. Okay? How about raising the sinners? When I say, oh, it's okay, don't worry about it. Oh, or like a girl, let's say she's 17, 18, and she comes to you and she starts talking to you that she is seeing somebody else. She's seeing a guy or something. Okay? What do we do in this case? You're not supposed to praise her. You're not supposed to say, oh, it's okay. Oh, that's great. Who's that guy? I want to talk about. No, we're not supposed to be happy about this. All right? So this is a humiliation of that person. And you start feeling bad about it. Shy of your Islamic identity, just like I talked about. Muhammad does not like to be called Muhammad in front of non-Muslims. He likes to be called Mo or Alex or Zach or whatever. Now you should be proud of yourself as an Islamic. Also begging. When someone is like, let's say that they don't have money and they go in the street and start begging. Now there are some people who are really defeated and they really feel defeated, and that's why they go to there. But then it becomes a habit. The person is not supposed to be breaking their self or ego to a limit that he becomes a beggar. That's not a good thing. So in these people, we have people like this who come to us and they beg, right? And in this case, we put them in a rehabilitation program on how to stand up on their feet and learn how to integrate in the society again by finding jobs, getting vocational training for them, and so on. Okay. Sometimes wrong decisions can humiliate us. And the last thing is the consequence of disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So finally, the Prophet ﷺ, he said, no one will humble himself for Allah's sake except that Allah raises his status. So if you actually humble yourself instead of humiliating yourself by doing what Allah says and helping others and being a good Muslim, Allah will raise your status in this dunya and in akhirah. And I'm going to show you some of the examples. Here are some examples, because I'm going really like, I was going to go ahead and talk a little bit about the Surah Luqman, but I want to show you this, inshallah, and we'll finish. So this is actually a group of sisters. The quality is not good of the video, but This is a video I did like 10 years ago with girls just and boys just like in your age. And what we did is we did like a basket of food, and we went to these refugees and we gave them away to these people. So we give those people who are in need. And I would like you also to participate in doing something like this. So these people that we went, they don't have no furniture. They have no electricity. The electricity is off because they couldn't pay the bill. And they're really in a bad situation. Sister Amira Taha is one of the very good people that she used to be in this community, and she used to be very active. So we used to, okay. Okay, and there is also another video. I can show it to you. That was last month. Those are produce. Inshallah, next month, you will be helping us out, right? Inshallah. Okay. Okay. So finally, guys, I'm almost done. Inshallah. Naam. Okay. Okay. One more thing is we also train people to do dawah. So you can go to Richland College, to El Centro High School, to public places and make dawah and present Islam to non-Muslims. So that's another thing that we can do together, inshallah. We have slideshows that I can show you on how to present them, and you can present them yourself, and you can modify those presentations the way that it fits the presentation, inshallah. These girls are actually in your age, and boys too. We have boys as well that they help. And they actually, they talk about Islam, and this is in Richland College last year, in Richland College. Okay, I don't know what. Okay, so finally, and that's my last slide, inshallah. Can a person be a, a proud person, not arrogant, proud and humble at the same time? Can a Muslim be that like that? Yeah, they can be like this, right? How can we be two things at the same time, being proud and humble at the same time? The ones that they're standing, maybe you can actually answer me on this question. Can a person be a proud and humble at the same time? They can, right? Can you give me some examples? It's okay. Can you give me examples? All right, so let me go through it, and this is our last slide. First of all, by obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When a person obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, humiliate themselves in front of Allah, Allah will raise their status. So they become proud, at the same time humble, because they're helping other people. Second thing, validating others. When a person is with a group of people, he just don't sit over there and thinking that they are better than anybody else and they have the best knowledge and the best education, right? So they can have an open ear to hear other people's opinions and points. Be an active listener, right? Have a teamwork. being a teamwork player by helping each other in the food pantries, in the activities that they do in the masjid, in all the gift wrapping, all these things. Being flexible, right? All these things. And also not judging, because many times we look at a person, we start judging on their appearance or the way they talk or the way they sit or who or who are they are with. Okay, we're not supposed to be judging or jumping into conclusions right away. Or sometimes a girl would say something and, oh, I know that she meant something else. We start trying to figure out, what did she say between the lines? Intentions is not our job. Intentions is Allah's job. Our job is to know what they did and what they said, what is clear to us, not our intention. Oh, they said something or they did something, but I know they meant something else. They just want to show off. You don't know about that. Only Allah knows their intention. Okay? Also, admitting mistakes and apologizing, and no credits or show offs, as we said, and then being content. So just be content with what you have. You don't have to have the latest iPhone in the market. You don't have to do that. The iPhone is still doing the same thing. The iPhone 12 does the same thing like the 13, like the 14 and the 15. It sends messages. You can WhatsApp, you can talk on Messenger, you can do whatever thing that you want to do. It's the same thing. And finally, hastening to help others. When someone is asking for help, we should make it as our priority. Not say, oh, well, I have this soccer game training, and then I will do the food pantry. The food pantry is usually Saturdays, and most people do activities on Saturdays, like go to soccer or do something like this. So make it your priority to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, instead of just doing something for yourself. Do for others instead for yourself, inshallah. All right. So who's going to be helping us, inshallah, next time? Inshallah. So our website is americanislamicdiversity.org, not .com. And if you want, I can give you my phone number and I can send you the link to volunteer. We have a form that you have to fill out to volunteer, inshallah. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله العظيم. I say this and I ask Allah for forgiveness. If I say something right, then it is from Allah. If I say something wrong, then it is from myself and from shaitan. And I ask Allah for forgiveness. I'm so happy to be here. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to humble our hearts and make this connection between each other, sisters together and brothers together, all together, and have this love for each other. Have open ears. Say Ameen. Have open ears so we can hear each other and be open-minded. Jazakumullah khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah bless you. Jazakumullah khair.
Ustad, assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
So I want to ask about this. You said if someone want to do dawah, we can guide. So can you help me, please?